Well,
Have you guys ever witnessed them bang?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just shit my pants. I just.
nah, really?
I'm sorry.
I
We could
thought
take
I
a break.
smelled
We could
something
take a
like what you
break.
said.
We could take a break. It just happened. It's the McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts combo. I'm sorry. It literally was unintentional. I would have gotten up. It's very rude. It slipped out. I'm sorry, guys. That was very rude and disgusting.
Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished.
The Shield and then the Raven
That's
head.
the one I really don't like.
Ugh.
That's the one I really don't like. That
I don't
one.
like it either.
Yeah.
It's like a circus.
It's just too much. Too much going on.
It's tacky.
And it's not even
It's tacky.
like overly like Ravens kind of like doesn't shout.
It's
that
not
to me.
clean. The best hat this year literally was the training camp hat. The all black with the Raven head, and then it said Ravens in the background, but it was like faded.
I don't remember that, but
Remember-
that sounds sick.
It was. I'll show you.
Dude, what is going on here?
Dude, yeah, what is kind of going on? I think.
Was there a sandwich in there? Did you
No,
just fart
I,
on a sandwich
I think
and
he's
shut
got a
it?
fake fart thing because they all sound identical. You notice
little
that?
trumpets.
They're all trumpeted.
I got a tight little hole.
Dude,
That's a good thing.
Ew, dude.
Mine often go.
Mine are really loud.
Some cheeks.
I
Rumbling.
know it really. is.
Thundering
Making them
cheeks.
clap.
All right, is the star of the show ready to
Yeah.
go? Are you ready to start?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good.
So what's been going on?
I mean,
The Stallions run on Duncan, clearly. We all stopped at Duncan individually before.
literally, yeah.
You guys
The
have iced
podcast.
coffees?
Yeah, I did.
I'm an iced coffee guy if I'm getting it out. I don't know why.
But even if it's like kind of like chilly out, you still iced?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
iced
yeah.
coffees all season.
I'm hot all season. Always hot.
Really?
Always.
I drink.
I don't mind ice, but I would definitely.
I'll tell you the truth. The most time I drink hot coffee is during Christmas break.
That
Christmas-
just that's
Christmas
when you pick.
times.
That's when you.
The
I
most
guess that
of the-
makes
like,
sense. Okay.
Hot coffee, like
Yeah.
all the time.
Mm.
That and
Not a
like
fan.
fall, Thanksgiving, because the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Not really not like the
See?
yappy pumpkin spice, like the real deep like fall brews.
But I think hot pumpkin spice lattes are better than cold pumpkin spice.
There's
Correct,
certain
correct.
drinks.
That is,
There's
yeah.
certain
Correct.
drinks from Starbucks that are better hot than cold.
Yeah,
But I
Same with Dunkin', but-
I get the same thing from Starbucks. I'm not I don't like to pay like a exorbitant amount of money for coffee, so I just get the triple shot espresso over ice, a little bit of milk. It's $3.25.
Frappuccinos though at Dunkin' just don't really hit the way they hit at Starbucks. You notice that?
I don't really get frappuccino. I get a like caramel latte with
I
an extra
tried
shot
one
of
one
espresso.
time
That's
at
what I go with.
Dunkin', and it was like it was good, but it wasn't it wasn't a caramel frap.
Yeah,
Give me a grande caramel frap
I don't really go to
with a
Starbucks.
side of yoga pants.
Ever
and a
since
Stanley.
ever since I became more of a Republican, I stopped going to Starbucks.
Yeah, I think it's an espresso thing for me. That's why
Really,
I like
Zach?
Starbucks.
That's so
I just don't fucking go. I don't know. But no, I definitely I always get an extra shot of espresso in whatever I get, just because it, a lot of times it makes it too sweet. So if you do get an extra shot of espresso, it might be like $1. It tends
Yeah.
to like it adds a little more bitter to that sweet
true.
ass bullshit.
That's true.
I just get a triple shot espresso with milk.
That is manly.
Bree thinks I'm nuts.
I agree.
Yeah,
She'd be like, "You want to try mine?" And it'd be like an apple frappe
Yeah.
cappuccino, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's nice." I was like, "You want to try mine?" She's like, "Yeah." What the fuck is this? Motor oil.
I'll tell you the truth. The first time I went up to New Jersey by myself for Formula Drift,
Dirty Jers.
I go up there and I go to Starbucks and I'm all hyped because I'm up there, and I order a venti caramel frappuccino with a double shot of espresso. And it was the first time I ever had one with a double shot.
Of what? Would you get in it? Double shot of what?
Espresso.
Okay.
And
I'm just trying to save you like future embarrassment. Like,
no.
Yeah, I
I
gotcha.
realized I did it like
No,
5
because
seconds.
I didn't know
after.
if this was like a lobotomy thing. If we was like 15 years of this.
Yeah, you didn't realize
Yeah.
it was S, not
Yeah,
X.
No,
espresso. Because I used to say espresso because I'm like that makes sense.
Yeah,
You're fucking
things
getting
done.
jittery. You're
Yeah,
getting
right.
rocking.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
honestly makes more sense. So fuck you Italians. I want to say it my American way, espresso, and I'm expressing that. Anyway, Kuhn, go ahead.
So
Double shot of espresso. Forget what I said. Say how you want.
yeah, fuck you. So no, I'm just playing. But yeah, so I order that, and I'm sitting in my car outside in the parking lot enjoying it, and the next thing I know, I just have this crazy ass panic attack, and
Ooh.
like my hand is just like tapping on the window like continuously, just like I was shivering.
That's the worst. You get all hot and shit. You have kind
Yeah,
of like your
dude, I honestly thought I was dying.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what it was, and then I realized it was from the drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I haven't had that much of it before.
Yeah.
And dude, it was nuts.
It'll fuck
I
you up.
eventually calmed down, but it was like it's honestly scared the shit out of me.
Bro, every days when like I'll have like I won't like eat like lunch or whatever. And I'll just have like they'll have a cup of coffee like a couple like an hour or
Yeah.
so before, and I'll have like another one like for lunch.
Yeah.
And then like I'll literally I'll have a panic attack just off 2 cups of. I get dark roast coffee, so it's a stronger shit. But like even then, I'm like, this ain't fucking good. You gotta be careful.
Just one for me. I can just do one shot. I cannot do the double shot.
Yeah, that's I'm a one shotter.
It's my body. No way.
I'm a tripler. I guzzle down triples.
But you also kind of like you live off stress. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I
I
feel
honestly,
like you're always amped up in some way.
So yesterday I had like, yesterday I had like 3. I had a coffee and like 2 or 3 Celsius throughout the day, and like I ate once, and I'm just like,
is this your because you talked about gaining weight? Is this your idea of like how you want to lose weight? Just
no. To lose weight, I'm just doing meth.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm just going straight in. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Like, just
GTA
going
way.
Straight in.
it is
Because I'm like, dude, look at these posters. These guys are like losing 100 pounds in 6 weeks.
Well, that's
I need that.
I was actually, some guy tried to sell me meth once, and he was actually like
What?
telling me that
For real?
He's like, you clean your whole fucking house. You're
No,
gonna be productive as shit.
well,
bro.
he was like, I forget what happened. But we're looking for other stuff, whatever. And he was like, talking to me. He said, I can get you this, and I tell you what, it gets a bad rap. That's what he told me. That's the first, it gets a bad rap. He said it's a real clean high, and I said, bro, I was like, I hear you, but like I have shit to do this weekend. And I just don't think I'm gonna be doing that today. So I appreciate it, but keep moving. He was like, all right, well, I'm telling you, it's the first thing. It gets a bad rap.
And he's
Bro,
like, he's
yeah,
like,
you know
I'm
who-
on it.
The
He's like,
neighborhood I lived in. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know who it was.
And
he's like, I'm on it right now. You wouldn't believe it. I'm
he
on
was.
it.
He was
right this second.
And then like literally like 2 days later, I was it wasn't the guy you're thinking of. He lived down the couple doors down. This other dude. You might have met him once or twice, but
No, I
but
only met that dude, I think.
I'm in that guy's house, and we're like just drinking beers and shit. And it's like a fucking Tuesday after work, right? Because every time I'd park, the guy across the street would come over and bring me a beer right away. It was a dope fucking neighborhood we lived in. And then, so I go in, we're chilling, drinking. All of a sudden, there's like a knock on the back fucking deck door, which they were like,
it's a meth thing. To happen.
we look over and he's in there, and he's looking up at the fucking like sky and shit, right? He's like looking like in the woods.
Damn.
Comes in, he believed that the police were like looking for him and like watching him and stuff. He was like fucking geeking out. He was all sweaty and stuff. And after he left the dude's house, and I was like, yeah, he's been on that shit for like a week now, and it's starting to get to him. I said, fuck it. Bad rap, huh? Fucking bad rap.
It's got a bad rap.
Yes. Well,
What did
Zach,
you
I'm
do
glad,
today?
I'm glad you didn't go. I'm glad you didn't choose that road.
Yeah, no.
What did
It's
you
not-
do today? Well, I was trying to get the voices out of my head, and I was collecting flashlights and shoving it in a bag with a bunch of markers.
It was almost like it felt like the Goodfellas shit. He was like, there was no. He kept saying there was a helicopter, and I was like, and we were like, dude, there's no helicopter. There's nothing up here. He kept like thinking there was a helicopter above head, and I was like, dude, this is not right. This is not okay. It's like this is no thanks. But that's I guess. So, anyways,
A helicopter.
but
They're calling an airstrike.
Don't do meth.
They're calling
An airstrike.
don't do meth.
Yeah,
Chopper
it's got a
gunners
bad
out.
it's got a bad rep. It really does.
Yeah.
And
Well, I want to make sure. Am I right? Is it bad rap or bad rep?
It's bad rep.
I don't know.
I think it's a bad
Oh,
rap.
I think
it's a bad rap,
It's bad rap, right?
bad.
like
It
a
can go either
rap
way.
sheet,
The
like
rap
a rap
exactly.
sheet.
It can go either way.
But a
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
rep would be like
Makes
a
sense too.
but a-
Reputation.
Reputation.
You know?
Yeah, because I always
I
have
think
a
they both
reputation to
work, but
maintain.
I think
I
the
do.
original saying is bad rap.
Okay, because I didn't want to have a Nick Coon situation on my own end.
Well, no, I fuck that one up all the
So,
time.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I fuck that one up. I say
Akunism.
bad rep all
I'm very
the
bad
time.
in vocabulary. So,
Yeah, no, that was good. That was a good. I like that you cleared that up.
all right, cool.
So, speaking of a bad rap,
Jews in tunnels.
these we should wait till Monday to talk to
Oh
Brandon.
yeah, no, we're gonna wait. Yeah,
Yeah. Are we doing it this Monday?
we can. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
I'm
down.
not opposed.
Yeah, we're doing this Monday.
Yeah, so we could talk to him. We're gonna actually have an expert on the Jewish tunnels come in.
Yeah.
And,
No.
way.
we're having a full blown expert.
Is it the guy from? Is it Zach's coworker?
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
We're not going to drop the names.
Yeah, we're not
yet.
gonna say no,
we're
yeah,
not gonna
that's
drop
okay.
names.
Oh,
We
okay.
want-
I
we
didn't
want
say.
the-
I didn't. I just said.
we want
yeah.
the people to be excited for this.
We're also
one.
implementing a new segment on the show.
Guys, I'm
Monday.
sorry. We got Kanye West coming. He's coming on the show.
No way. We
We're-
gotta have Stavi on.
We hit him up.
implementing
He's
an-
coming.
We're implementing a new what do we want to call what are we doing? It's like a little skit. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be implementing on Monday.
We're going to be implementing some new things. Nick, you
Yeah.
are going to. You're like
It's
you're a
involved.
main part of the skit that we're going to do on this Monday recording.
But he does not know about it.
Yes, he does not know about
So-
it. So it's going to be
Is
perfect.
this like a?
It's a new segment
It's
we're
It's
working
always
on.
been like a hidden thing.
No, we
Whoa,
talked
it's
about
in the
it last
Discord.
week. Yeah, It's in the Discord.
I haven't been on the Discord.
It's not even.
Since,
It doesn't exist.
since.
Oh, my God.
forever.
No, we talked about it like maybe a week ago or so. Just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
just in
Yeah.
just
Anyway,
All right. Well.
no more inside baseball for
Sorry.
you guys, but it's going to be some big shit coming. We're going to have some cool little skits coming. Segments. Let's call them segments.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
thanks.
Segments.
Something's out there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh Jesus!
Was it Oliver?
Scared the hell out of me. Saw his little eyes pop right through the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
screen.
scary,
Jesus.
bro.
I just saw his little eyes. My God.
What are you doing?
Jeez.
What's going on? Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. You okay in there? What's Bree doing? Okay. All right, man. We'll be in soon.
Like 30.
Yeah, like 30. You could probably build something real cool in 30 minutes. Maybe out of your Picasso blocks. Oh, sweet. All right, man. I'll see you in a bit.
It's actually not because that's round. The Earth is flat.
Don't listen to him.
Don't confuse him at this young age. Don't start him off.
Start telling kids the Earth's flat.
I did yesterday.
Don't be doing that.
Yesterday,
Don't be-
it did look like you could
Silly.
drive off the Earth, though, with how foggy it
I
was.
can't believe you just said
Yo,
that.
I'm gonna start. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say what's foggy as shit. I'm literally gonna start telling my niece and nephew and all kids that the Earth is flat and to look it up. Just I'm gonna send them.
Do your own
I'm
research.
gonna send them on this path
Just do your own
of
research.
early conspiracy theories and just tell
It's a
them
fun thing to believe.
look up the Rothschilds.
Well, I mean, that's a
That's a
true
true
thing. That's a
thing,
real
but-
thing.
The Earth's what?
What do you mean? Maryland? It's very small. It's in the U.S.
Look by
It's in the
Dundalk.
United States.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Dundalk, major city.
It was so funny how
All right, bud. Go inside and let us finish the podcast up, okay?
Dundalk.
All right. I'll talk to you later, all right? See you in a half
See ya.
hour.
See you, dog.
See you, dog.
Mm.
That was creepy.
What were we saying before I interrupted by some creepy eyes? You didn't even shut that door.
No, I'll shut it. Go ahead.
Children.
We'll
What
cut
were we
this out.
saying? What were we saying?
What were we saying?
We'll hold it for a second.
Damn, what were we saying? Like right before we were talking about.
I think we were talking about
the
the
segments.
segments. Yeah, we're going to call them
Segments.
segments. So
Segments.
that's it. Anyways,
Yeah. So, It's not super warm in here, but
I'm comfortable.
I had that heater on like all night actually.
Comfy.
Happened to be a nice day today, but that fog yesterday was insane. It was like that Scooby Doo fog that you
Dude,
like cut it and like make a donut out of.
I had to go to work mad slow yesterday.
Oh, it's dark when you. It's like
Oh
it's dark.
man, the fog was
That was
so
probably-
bad.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
fuck
probably at
that.
a
I was
turtle
doing 30 the
turtle
whole
creek.
way.
And you go like the back. You go the back.
I go the
way
back
straight.
roads, yeah.
So,
So it was like, dude, deer, you better not be popping out. Raccoons, chill. And it was crazy.
Dude, I saw a beaver. I saw a beaver on 543.
No, I've seen them.
like in the road.
Nick, it was roadkill, but it was like
Oh,
I don't think it was a groundhog.
No,
I think
it
it was a
was.
fucking
Fucking
beaver.
beaver.
It was
I
a
don't
big
think I've ever seen. I
motherfucker.
don't think I've
I've
ever
seen
seen a
them.
beaver.
I have seen them around 543.
What about coyotes? Anybody seen a coyote around?
I've never
believe
seen
I've
one.
seen one in my neighborhood.
I've never seen one. You probably saw
Um,
a fox that was sick
No,
and it lost all its hair.
This was like I could tell. Like I was in a coordinate. Like it ran. It didn't run we have this fox the other day. By the way, ran past me, literally 6 feet away. Just literally
Dude.
ran
They
in front
don't
of me.
care
Didn't give a
anymore.
fuck
They don't
anymore.
care.
Dude, I got
Like
a good
daytime.
I got a good fox story.
I'm
Hold
about to
on.
domesticate one.
I got a good one.
But go ahead.
No, I did because
Your coyote.
it was bigger. It was
Yeah,
bigger than a fucking fox. I mean, like standing up high. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
it
dog
probably was.
at first, but the way it ran like a fox kind of. But it looked like a dog.
Coyote.
So I think it was.
Probably.
Well, I was so far away. I can't say if I did. I don't fucking know.
But no, the other night when we had all that snow, right?
Yeah.
I
You
look
saw
out.
Arctic fox?
I know. I just happen to look out the window and I see a fox coming up the sidewalk across the street, and it's coming up the sidewalk, and then it stops right in front of my neighbor's driveway, directly in front of my house, and then goes into the street, and then stands there for like 2 seconds in the middle of the street, and then just runs all the way up the rest of Flintlock in the middle of the street. Just never seen one like just stay in the street like that, right?
Yeah.
And then within like 10 seconds, I pan to the right, and there's another freaking fox in my other neighbor's yard, just standing there. So I'm like, I didn't know if they were like trying to scope each other out or like
You
what
didn't-
was going on.
What if that was the same fox?
No, it wasn't. No,
Dude,
I'm just-
I got
'Cause I watched the other one go all the
I'm
way
just
up, but it was weird seeing it run in the middle of the street like that.
Well, I've talked about the obvious
'Cause of the
fox
snow.
story. Some have called me the Fox King
Oh, I forgot about your fucking fox.
for rescuing a baby
He
fox
is the Fox King. That's what
Yeah.
made him
I
viral.
don't know.
and nursing it back to death.
Back to death.
It didn't survive, so I didn't nurse it back to life. But it was, I made it comfortable in a basket with a blanket. Anyway,
Its back was broken or some shit.
yeah,
right?
yeah, it had it had a situation. We had to talk about it. I think, yeah, we talked about it. I think it was like trying to go under the fence, got paralyzed. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
Who picked it up? Did Joe pick it up or did you pick it
I
up?
think I got gloves on and picked it up.
But when you picked it up, did it even try to like attack you, or was it just?
I think it was a little uncomfortable at first, but once it realized like I wasn't trying to hurt it, and it couldn't do a fucking thing, so I think it was smart enough to know I'm fucked at this point. I might just chill. I might as well just chill. But anyway, down there they have those like big storage, those big like metal shipping containers, and there's like one of them, and then there's the trellises that for houses, like the arch,
Yeah.
the tops of houses, and they're standing next to it, so it's like you could walk up that and get on top, and there's like 3 fox that hang out on top
Oh,
of
shit.
one of the shipping containers. They walk up the side and they just chill on top of the shipping container right at the
Bro,
edge of
they
the
can like
woods.
scope shit at
And they're
fucking-
just chilling up there like it's
Damn.
fucking Lion King, bro, and Pride Rock.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
super
that's
dope.
so cool.
That's
so
sick.
cool.
I have a video of it on my phone. It's really sick. They were doing it, running up and down. There's so many fox around here. There's a couple different areas I could show you different foxholes back in the woods from where we hike. They have whole like labyrinths like
Yeah, they dig
dug
they dig
into the
shit,
side of
yeah.
this like hill with multiple exits and stuff. It's
Yeah.
sick. But when I first moved here, when there was woods across the street and there wasn't all that whole parking lot,
Yeah, that's right.
there's a fox. There's 2 fox. That one was in the backyard, one was in across the street, and they were no, but one was in the backyard, one was across the street, and they were doing mating calls.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever heard a fox.
Terrifying.
Oh, it's
It sounds like a baby screaming. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
it's
yeah. They do. They do that, dude.
Just in the middle of the woods. Just sounds like there's a baby in the middle of the
yeah, a
woods.
baby like
Or a woman being
or
like,
and
like
Free Willy like.
Do you ever hear when they?
A large woman being
Do you-
burned with a
do you-
soldering iron?
Do you
Like,
ever
it
hear
sounds
where it sounds like they're
horrible.
being attacked, or then it goes into
Yeah.
like?
Dude, so for
Like,
like an hour, I listened to these fox bark back at each other, back and forth. It was like an hour.
Yeah, just fuck already. What are you doing?
No, I went out there at 2:30 in the morning
Trying
with a
to
flashlight.
facilitate romance.
I found the one fox in my woods, and I found the other fox across the street, and I'm literally like shining the light on both of them. I said, "He's right here. She's right here. Figure the fuck out. Shut the fuck up." And my neighbors must have thought I was insane because I'm literally out there screaming at wildlife. And no, yeah, these damn fox.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever witnessed them bang?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just shit my pants. I just.
Nah, really?
I'm sorry. We can take a break. We can take a break. We can take a break. It just happened. It's the McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts combo. I'm sorry. It literally was unintentional. I would have gotten up. It's very rude. It slipped out. I'm sorry, guys. That was very rude and disgusting. It's sulfur. It's very sulfur-esque.
It's like the fog of internal stench.
It's like 3.
Stop talking about it. I'm going to throw up.
Don't talk about it.
I have a very weak stomach on things.
We're gonna take a quick break. Sorry, guys. We're gonna let this place air out. It's very unintentional. All right, I was sorry for the break. I was shitting my pants, and my friends insisted that I try to go to the bathroom like a child before a long trip. Yeah, I did a little bit.
Did you get anything out?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But they were insistent that I go try. Why don't you go try? Why don't you go try, big guy? Because it's that was disgusting.
was
So yeah,
funny.
we're back in the mix. Were you gonna tell us about the game coon because you were saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say real quick that they already started the improvements. That they announced that they were making they're changing up the stadium.
Yeah,
like making big improvements to it.
It sucks. That one of the dudes I know, like who I work with, his his whole like friends and family, they have like a whole row.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all know each other in this row, and they're moving their fucking. They have to move like they're moving them out of their seats they've had since '96 to like not even a better area. They're just pretty much saying, "Oh, you gotta sit here now."
Damn.
That's fucking yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
They're like we're putting a pillar right.
pretty much
What
Right.
section? What section are
like
they?
100. They're down like we're by the field. So whatever.
We're
I don't
putting
know
an
where,
extra pillar.
I don't know
right here.
wherever they're at. They're making changes there where like they have to move.
At? Damn.
Yeah. So he's like, that's not cool to me. To me, like
I understand
that's,
that. Yeah, I get that.
They should be upgraded, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Is that a part of like the new?
Honestly, they should be in club level.
Is that part of the
Something.
new leasing agreement that they're doing? Like, or are they just
No.
revamping the stadium because we've had some influx of money?
No,
They're doing a whole,
this
like-
is Steve Bisciotti making the environment and even more of a desired place to go watch football.
But you're
Yeah.
also, I think they're also going to have like to where even like off season, there's going to be an area where there's going to be like restaurants and like party. So I think even like off season
in the stadium.
it's like I'm pretty
It's on
sure
the side of it.
like on the side of it. But even if like the games aren't happening that like you can still go there and like have like the DJs.
so
and,
you
like,
could
actually-
watch the game at the stadium for away games.
If you, it's
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
that, kind
That
of
would
shit,
be kinda
yeah.
tits.
So even if football's not happening, if say you want to watch baseball, they have like a whole like entertainment
Like
area.
a sports bar area, but like
Yeah,
an ESPN
correct.
zone.
Exactly.
Have you guys seen the photos of it?
So yeah, I've seen them.
No.
They're
Really
fucking dope.
impressive
Yeah, if we
looking.
had
It's-
if we had a producer, we could pop them up and I want to show you guys too.
Is that yours or mine? Or did you finish
That's
mine?
yours.
Yeah.
I finished. Mine was up there. I finished mine. That's yours.
No, I want to show you. I want to show you guys, but I don't want to talk about it right now. There's this rapper who has got this fucking dope ass Orioles fucking chain. It's the
Really?
O's, but it's like his name's OGZ or something. OHGE.
Mm.
Oh, Jeezy.
I don't know something, but or Ogie.
With
I don't
the
know. I don't know how you
breed.
say his name, but I don't even know the fucking guy. But I don't know if he was from Baltimore or what. But his chain is fucking sick.
That's
Mm.
dope.
It's
That's
fucking
dope.
dope. Anyways,
Interesting.
So yeah, they're upgrading the stadium. That's kind of sick. What do you guys think about Mark Andrews coming back?
I love
great.
it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I love it. Give me more weapons.
Do you think
You
he's
know?
gonna be? Do you think he's gonna be
I
a
think the-
weapon, or you think he's gonna be a distraction, or like
I think he's
just
gonna
a
be both.
playing
I think he's
piece?
gonna be
or-
both. I
That's
think he's
just-
going to be what Mark Andrews is.
Yeah,
Is
Bro.
the ultimate tight end.
Because you, I mean,
You can do everything with him.
dude. Likely, you seen Likely stats next to Mark Andrews' stats this year? They're like pretty fucking.
Well, Mark Andrews really hasn't had much stats. This
No,
year,
no. I'm
but-
just saying, like based on the games
Oh,
that
yeah,
he's
yeah.
played, like
Nah,
they're-
no.
like Likely's really
Yeah.
stepped up
And
and,
the thing is-
played great
He's
football.
played great. I love
Likely, you can kind of you can slide him into like wide receiver roles because he's much more like athletic.
He's got a more athletic
know,
build. is
but
what
no,
you're
he's
saying?
just but he's skinnier. He's
his
skinnier.
style,
He's-
yeah,
he's-
his style
yeah,
of play
yeah.
is more of a receiving tight end than blocking. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can block like a motherfucker though too.
Yeah,
He
he
can.
He's a really good
He
blocker.
can. It's
so.
just his physical
Yeah.
stature. That's all it is.
But-
I think we got some weapons, though. I definitely think we have everything it takes this year.
Absolutely.
And I think the mentality, they just need to go into these games and realize it's the NFL.
Did you see
Yeah.
what Mark Andrews said though in the interview?
No,
in the
what he
locker
said.
room? Just how he loves the city. He loves the Ravens.
I hope.
and he's gonna literally give it his all on the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Just
You
the
see
way he
the
said it,
clip's
though,
been
just-
going
it was
around
just
of
a quick
Lamar
clip.
at the
It was a quick
draft.
clip.
The inspirational
yeah.
clip I've been
Yeah.
sharing.
I remember when he fought, when they drafted him. I remember
Yeah.
he said that.
Yeah,
You know,
I do
remember,
too.
Yeah, it was like, you know,
And then they're like, so what do you say to any of these teams that say you should switch your position to come and play with them? And he's like, I'm not coming to your team.
yeah. I mean,
He's
yeah,
like, I'm going to play quarterback.
Yeah, and I love fucking the Texans thing. You heard about like, watching that game. There was a different like Lamar Jackson. That he's always, I mean, been. I mean, I've always championed the motherfucker. Like he's always been fucking the guy. I've always known it. But there has been. He's so chill, right? He's so mellow. He's not like
He's locked
not
in.
super like yeah, exactly. He's not like really like a fiery like get in your fucking face kind of guy. That game, the Texans, he was fucking
Fired
when
up.
Nelson Aguilar ran like a route and like I don't know if he ran it right or whatever, and like Lamar ran up to him and like was like telling him what the fucking go like he's like what the fuck like do this shit, and then with some Texans dudes at one point I saw him like fucking pointing at him and like saying shit. Like Lamar doesn't really like
Engaged.
he's not like in confrontational and that shit. He was like
Yeah.
very. And apparently he went to the halftime speech. He did all the talking back in the
Yeah.
pocket. Apparently he was like
Yeah, he got
fucking
in it.
fired up. Like
Yeah.
they asked him to say,
Cursing it.
so who did all the talking halftime? He was like, I did. He fucking he
Yeah,
started. I was like,
and he
fuck
was
you.
like-
I can't say it right here.
He
It's being
started it
appropriate.
off, and he
Yeah.
was like, meth, it's got a bad rep.
but
It gets
Yeah.
a bad rep.
but definitely
I'm on it right now.
But see, but after that, and it shows when he came back in, that motherfucker was not playing games, dude.
Oh, I know.
So that's why I literally think that like I mean the Chiefs are nothing to fucking sneeze at. They're not the same Chiefs we've seen, but I
not their year,
I am
dude.
pissed that the ref crew, the NFL is doing whatever they can.
I know.
Now I'm
I
never
saw that.
if we win like I never want to lose like if a game comes down to like the refs and calls.
Dude, they won't make it out
then
of
that,
Baltimore.
but if it comes down to refs and calls, then that's not how the game should be
They
played.
won't make
anyway,
it out
you know
of the
what I mean?
stadium.
I really hope
They'll get
that-
ripped apart like
Yeah.
like
Dude,
fucking
they-
the lions ripping apart
I hope
gladiators.
them
like,
goons
in
are
the
out there
fucking
waiting.
ancient Romans,
Dude,
bro.
it's-
What'd you
but-
talk about, stupid?
But the game should never come down to refs calls,
Yeah,
right? It shouldn't
dummy.
come down to it. So I don't really give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like, we just if we put up fucking 40 points and the defense keeps them to 20, I don't what the fuck like. Then the calls shouldn't even fucking matter.
I won
You know what I mean?
$100 off $20 on a parlay last week. With I picked all four of the teams because I picked the Chiefs were the only underdog I picked because I'm like, why is everybody count? They were the last game I had, and I said Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah,
everyone's
that's not
counting
bad.
them out.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Um,
No, I mean, fucking it came down to. I mean, that's like they came down to that fucking kick the Bills guy did. I hate that.
Oh
That's so,
my
I hate
God,
that. I hate
that
seeing
was,
that shit.
Yeah, that was. It just made me think of Billy Cundiff. It was just like,
yeah, that's rough.
God, you suck.
But yeah, anyway.
Who's this cat?
Tucker
on,
would have never done that, bro.
Who's
it would
this
have been
cat
right
on
in.
Dallas that is making a big splash in the NFL? This kicker on Dallas that's apparently the next Tucker or better than Tucker.
He's not better than
right.
Tucker.
He
He
ain't
But-
set,
better
he
than
set
Tucker,
like a
But he's-
new
Ain't-
record
ain't
for the
nobody,
first 100
dude.
field goals in the league or something. I don't know, like
maybe in Dallas. Maybe in Dallas.
or he just hit like an extra
franchise.
point, like an extra point record or some sort of record of like most perfect
Oh no, I've heard he's good. I don't keep up with them clowns, Cowboys.
Yeah. It was so. It's like, can we just?
Ever since
Can
they
we
started
just
letting gays
finally?
in the NFL,
Can we just finally?
Cowboys team just
They've gotta realize, dude. It's not Mike McCarthy. It's not Dak Prescott. It's literally Jerry fucking Jones, dude. Step away from being the manager.
That's why
Just be an owner.
That's why Bisciotti's
Like,
great, dude.
Look
Fucking-
at their track record.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't won shit in 26.
but he's
fucking
trying to get back
years.
to the glory hole days.
But dude, it's obviously not working. It's like,
He
dude,
wants to get back
stop.
to the glory hole days. Did you see
glory
that interview
hole
with him?
days.
That's what he said.
Why don't we have a fucking producer? Jesus. Jerry Jones did a interview, and they were asking him about something. He was like, "Yeah, we're just trying to get back to the glory hole days."
Nah.
And in his defense,
Said glory
and
hole
everyone,
days.
yeah, and everyone's like,
He meant to say glory old days.
"No," he said glory hole days multiple times,
And no one ever says the glory old days.
No,
no one
he
says
said
that.
glory
he said
hole
glory days. I
He
know, I know what
literally
you're
said
saying.
glory hole days multiple times in the interview. Now, in his defense, he's 116 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's like 81.
back in the day, the glory
Thing.
hole was like when you were shoveling. He's a Texan. When you're shoveling fucking and you strike oil, it's a glory hole.
Oh, really?
That is like the original term, but nobody ever
Okay,
uses
well,
that
I mean-
anymore because there's only one glory hole.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
and it's usually in a bathroom stall
yeah,
somewhere.
There's a lot of like old
And if
terms.
you're lucky, there's duct tape on the inside so you don't scrape your wiener.
There's a lot of old.
so
There's a lot of old terms that don't
apply.
apply today.
Waterhead.
So waterheads, squareheads are another one I just found I heard of.
But yeah, no, he said glory hole days a
81.
couple times. Everyone's like, "Get your mind out of the gutter," and I'm like, "What? What do you,
I guess
The man lives in the gutter.
dude?" The old man. Oh, speaking of minds in the gutter, old man in the gutter. What do you guys think about the Vince McMahon? He
right.
just stepped down
Oh,
today. He
man.
literally just stepped down today.
I
Oh,
tell
he
you, here's,
did?
Here's the
He
thing.
retired this morning. Yeah, first thing I saw when I
Look,
woke up, January 27th,
Who's running it?
2023.
So when I came, well, apparently, like I think Triple H and like
Triple H has
and,
been
and
running
his
it,
daughters,
yeah.
he's been like kind of the CEO anyway. So, but he's still Vince McMahon. So
That's crazy.
when I got into work in the morning, you know, I clocked in, and I usually like for a few minutes I hop on like and look at some like Yahoo. The only like news spot I can go to like is Yahoo. It's the only way my computer lets me. Which I don't know why I just don't look on my phone. But anyways, so I was kind of going there.
I
and,
like that very analog.
And I saw a thing that says Vic McMahon sexual like rape and sexual trafficking charges.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah. I'm not charged, but like
Allegations.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? So I click on it, I kind of reading it for a minute, and I didn't even know like the text messages and all. I didn't even know that was like out of it. I didn't see that part of it. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I literally go into like check my Instagram and I see like the chat and whatever, and I go in there and I saw Stevie sent the
Dude,
pictures
did
of
you
the
read
text.
some of those texts?
I read the whole fucking thing, dude, and I've said some
it's-
crazy things. And
it's
this
pretty
shit
wild.
is wild. The thing is, what's really wild about it, I don't know what, because the guy that he's referring to is like I think Johnny like Laurinaitis or what, I don't know.
Was he the chick's pimp? I guess.
No,
Or-
he's a the talent manager in the WWE. So he's like another guy who is like a. I don't know enough to really speak too much on it, but what I've did read, which could have been fake fucking, I don't even know. Yeah, John like Laurinaitis or some shit. I hope I'm saying his name right, but apparently his son played in the NFL.
So hold on, who's the chick though?
The chick is some just at like WWE. She's not like a star or anything. Not like any kind of. She just works for the WWE.
Is she a
You can
wrestler?
look her
or
up.
is
No,
she...
she's not a wrestler or nothing. So she just like I don't know what she does, but and I don't know when this would happen because
Well,
that guy.
clearly she fucks.
But that guy Johnny passed away at some point. So I don't know when these allegations happened. I mean, they fucking happened. Whatever it is. But it's what's weird is reading the text and seeing this old man text like that. That's why I'm like, dude, like. Is Hulu? Is someone like just trying to fucking mess this Netflix deal up?
Yeah,
like
the texts are wild.
the way he spells stuff.
Beautiful, voluptuous body.
Yeah, no, read some. They're talking about like how like because I guess
I
she's
want you to get.
she's referring to a video I think he took of because that's what she's saying. Like I showed everybody and like he was showing people the video he took of like
him banging
him
her.
banging her, but I think it was him and that guy Johnny, whatever, like running a train on her. Because there's reports coming out that like he locked like she would bang them both, like whatever, and like, but some of them sound like the one text she said back. It seemed like, but then again, if you're like being manipulated
Or
and kind of
sex
used and
trafficked,
sex trafficked,
yeah.
then you're gonna comply because you're probably afraid for whatever. So I don't doubt her, and you know, usually I'm a victim blamer, but these texts
They're egregious.
are very fucking wild.
They are wild.
Wild.
Yeah, he's into some
Like,
things.
dude, that's fucking. Can you read something?
Yeah, read something.
I like hearing
Just-
it from you
Just
because
read
you don't
something, yeah.
speak this way.
Just
so
take a
it's really
snippet
nice.
out.
Pick a good one.
Yeah, do the big black.
This is crazy.
And well, no,
Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you come? They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want.
keep going.
Who can make you scream the loudest? Maybe I'll just line them up and have them squirt in your mouth. All over your tatas and ass and all that at the same time. You'll be covered in cum, and we'll make you eat it all and taste everybody's stuff.
I don't know about you, but I'm rock hard right now. if he loses his WWE job, he has a future in romantic novels.
Something.
This is the next 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Beyond.
First off, I love how women are coming out say this is sexual assault. This is all.
That sounds
Let's
like
talk
assault.
about 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, that
What?
sounds like an excerpt out of 50 Shades of Grey.
How that, except the whole like, I'm gonna
then the
tie
next
you
part-
down and have a group of, I'm gonna have the whole
the whole
WWE
group of
roster
WWE.
take turns.
Rashiki's
on
gonna
it.
come in
Yeah.
from out of retirement and put his ass.
Yeah,
in your
make you eat
face.
his butt.
Make you eat his butt for real.
But then he talks about like him coming like after like him coming on or after like everybody else is done.
Oh yeah, no, he does one where he's like, after they're done, I'll flip you over and then
Yeah.
basically like glaze you.
Like first,
glaze
I
you.
thought he was gonna say like I'll clean you up, and I was like, I thought
That's
Vince
weird.
I thought Vince was getting real.
That's
So Vince is
That's
Vince
unreal.
is
I
like
can't believe you guys made me read that.
does that count as being
Unsettling.
a cuck?
That's
not his girl.
I'd say it's in a dash of something else. If I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's not
because-
his girl, but like wanting to watch other guys.
One thing, I mean, there's,
Dude,
the thing about watching porn, if you're into that, so watching porn, but like
I think
happening
watching
in
a
front of you,
gangbang scene,
I can see,
which
like,
is
you
like
know,
a once in a
Yeah.
couple year thing
Yeah.
for me. It's if I go down a dark
yeah.
path.
Sometimes if you're backed
But-
up,
Yeah.
you go down some weird
You
shit.
go
I've
down
been
some
there.
weird
you know, it's
paths.
like
Yeah.
fine, like that happens.
I've been down
Yeah.
the dark ages, but I'm saying
and afterwards, you're like, what am I doing?
what is
I need to take a shower.
I need to go to church.
like this is fucking. Where you going, buddy?
This is horrible.
No, I
You were
know.
not
Sure.
into this shit last
when
week.
you turn it
How did
off,
this
you're like,
happen?
what?
What
was
is that? No, it's literally straight after you bust. You're like,
Yeah,
I don't know about that. And what's the worst part is like whatever you bust to, that image is ingrained into your mind for like
Yeah.
it'll flash into your brain at least a couple hours. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like we're programmed for that.
Porn can be a dangerous place.
It is.
It's a dangerous place.
It is
man.
a dangerous spot. But no, I think the whole gangbang thing, but visually watching something to get off because you've overstimulated all those stimuli in your
Yeah,
head,
I mean-
and you're looking for a new visual exploit, and being at a gangbang because you want to see that situation is a whole different level.
I agree, and his thing is, are you just watching it? Are you just sitting there like this? I mean, because it can be.
Are you a corner jerker?
Well,
are you
or are you
know?
just not even just drinking a whiskey, watching a girl get fucked? Right? There's a certain
Yeah,
like,
are you a
there's certain-
voyeur?
That's like
Okay.
kind of like a ball. There's like there's that power he might feel. Just having a whiskey.
Well,
just
he is
drinking,
like the
and
director of WWE, right?
exactly.
Like he
So
does
that
he
one-
does like create
yeah.
the storylines and
So
stuff
that's
like that.
where the trafficking, I think, comes into play with that, right? To where, because now, you know what I mean? Because now it's there's a power play, so he feels like he owns this girl, I guess, works for him. Now she can't go nowhere, young, whatever, this powerful Vince fucking McMahon. And now it's like, hey, now we want, this guy wants to turn with you, right? So it's kind of now he was almost being a pimp. It's how it's coming out to me to sound, to where That's where you're trafficking this girl to bang other people for your enjoyment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
where that's where it's
We'd
it's
have
an
like
issue
half
no
of
matter
this
what.
WWE
Yeah.
roster come through.
Which that's what's scary is the fact like what other names might come
Who was
out.
involved? Yeah.
But it's crazy either way, and that's one of those things where usually I'm like, well, because I'm never. It's always weird how these things happen, like after people pass away, or kind of these things, it's like, but there's obviously down the line, you're scared to say something then because it is what it is, but it's like, you never see the text, you never see the text like this, and now, like I said, to where you're like, this is some wild shit, right? It's kind of, there's more hearsay, like, oh, this is what happened, but like, okay, I believe every word out of this lady's mouth.
Yeah. I mean, who's to say that the texts are real? I could make those texts, but like if she has the actual
like receipts
on the phone,
yeah, true,
and they can show that it wasn't altered, then I mean, I can see him being that guy because like there's a problem with these dudes that have been in the industry for so long that he probably still thinks it's the 70s and 80s when that shit was fucking commonplace, dude.
It's still not okay.
Yeah.
But it just was
back then.
It is what it is.
The women were treated like shit, and we're still are, I guess. And I mean, obviously, but like it was more. It was more.
Did you see the Vallejo shit?
It's not fair.
Did you see the there's a new Netflix documentary that came out called American Nightmare.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
I already watched it. Loved it.
Holy shit!
Loved it.
Should we? We could spoil it because it'll be out for like a week by the time this comes out.
Yeah, it's been out.
But dude, tell me why
that police department.
I was so infuriated because the whole time I'm like, these people are sketch. These people are a little sketch.
Yep.
This guy's a little autistic. I think there's something weird, but. So basically, for the listeners who haven't seen this is about the real live Gone Girl. They basically this chick was kidnapped, or they kept saying kidnapped, but she was abducted because she's not a child.
She was abducted. Yeah,
she was abducted out of her house. Her and her boyfriend were sleeping there at night. She was abducted out of her house. The target was initially his ex-girlfriend, and.
They never find out why.
They never find out why.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
Apparently, they said that there was multiple abductors, kidnappers, and they tied him up, made him drink some stuff, and then they like got all sleepy, left the boyfriend there with a camera, telling him if he left this area they would kill her or whatever. Took the girl, tried to get a ransom. The dude went to the police, wound up going to the police, and the chick was abducted and she was kept for like 40 hours.
It was like
40,
it ended up being longer than that.
It was 48 hours, I think.
Yeah.
I thought it ended up being
72.
No, I think it was almost 50 hours.
But
I think it was 48. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What was weird because I listened to this other podcast. Shout out! I think everybody else should go. It's a YouTube channel, and he has a podcast too on Amazon or whatever. Mr. Ballin, MrBallen.
Okay.
And he does a bunch of like true crime or just crazy like paranormal stories. It's just he's like an ex-Navy SEAL guy. The way he tells the stories, fucking. I suggest everybody goes. So I heard this story like a year ago or last time he put it out, whatever. So I heard this before that, and I didn't know. Once I started watching the YouTube. Or not the YouTube, the Netflix thing, it came up, and I was like, holy fuck. I said, Lauren, I know this fucking story. I said, this is fucking wild. So, anyway, but the details this have about the kind of police and that kind of how they did shit was not in, I don't remember that being the whole, like, in his story telling it. But
so basically the cops just didn't look for the kidnappers immediately. Were just like putting it on the couple, thinking they hoaxed it because... Like they never looked for the kidnappers while she was missing
because Gone Girl came out like a year before or something, or like a few months before that. Gone Girl came out,
and they were just looking at the boyfriend. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, they took her, he did everything to try to prove his innocence. He took a polygraph test, which was inconclusive, and then the detectives were like, "You failed that horribly. You are lying to us right now. Where is the body?" Like all this stuff, and like they're just going at him. He's like, "Dude, I don't know what to fucking tell you. She was kidnapped." Then she just shows up like 40 hours later. 48 hours later, and they're like, "What in the fuck?" She shows up at her parents' house. She just gets dropped off.
So now I think that she hoaxed it.
Yeah, now they think that it's all an elaborate hoax from both of them. Okay. Then they still are going after him. Months and months, they're slandering him in the news, saying all this stuff. They never once like looked for the kidnappers. The guy told him the kidnapper was going to call his phone, and the police put his phone on airplane mode.
Yeah.
In the evidence room, they weren't even like trying to listen to that the story was possible. So it got so bad that the abductor guy got pissed off and sent evidence corroborating her story of like the gun, the goggles she described, the room she described, the every picture, everything she described. He sent it to a detective. The detective calls to a journalist.
Yeah.
The journalist calls up the police department. They're like, "Oh, we've already passed that along to the FBI."
Yep.
Turns out they didn't even give a fuck. They washed their hands of it after calling this lady a liar. The FBI guy who was in charge, the main dude, dated the ex-girlfriend who was the initial target.
Yeah.
It's getting weirder and weirder as it goes along.
Yeah,
You're like, what
crazy.
in the fuck is going? Mm-hmm. Then when that's brought to the attention of the FBI by the lawyer of the girl who was abducted, they're like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a conflict of interest." What the fuck do you mean?
How is that not?
How is that not?
Yeah. So
what do you mean?
Even further,
direct correlation.
Months and months and months later, they don't even look into the pictures really.
Yep.
Months and months and months later, another police department miles away finds a man that's suspected on a
peeping.
No, he was suspected on a breaking and entering an attempted rape. He broke into an elder or an Asian couple's house and tied them up and tried to rape their 22-year-old. I probably shouldn't say the R word too much. Grape their 22-year-old daughter. The dad like wound up trying to fight him off. He ran away. He left his phone. They traced the phone number to the guy. They went to the guy's house, found all this weird shit, the goggles, the gun from the picture that was sent to the journalist, all this stuff.
Yep.
But they still didn't link it up because it was counties and counties away.
Yeah.
They find a strand of the girl's hair and run it through, like try to run it through DNA, get nothing, and then they wound up linking the two cases because the stolen car, the detective from over. The guy stole a car, so she called the guy from the stolen car. This is the fishiest thing I think about about the whole thing. The detective who was like found the phone in that county, the female detective that broke the whole case open. That shouldn't have had to be broken open because the evidence was literally just handed to
she
them.
was pretty much one was like, look, there's something.
She's advocating for this lady who you've already
good for her though.
They've already washed their hands of the case and called her a hoax. Meanwhile, you find out that this guy's real. It did happen, and all the stuff that she said is real. They found all the evidence. She somehow links it. This is how she links it. She finds the stolen car. She calls the guy that the car belongs to. This is the weirdest part for me. Hold on. The guy that they stole the car from starts talking about a peeping Tom in this college town area, and it got so bad that some of the students followed the peeping Tom back to his house, and he was living in the area, and it wound up being this guy.
Yeah, yep.
But the police weren't doing shit about it.
Yep.
So they link this guy to it. Anyway, he's like, and then the peeping stopped, and that was right around the same time that the Gone Girl case. You know the Gone Girl case, and the cop didn't know what he was talking about. So she looks into it. It was really weird about how much the guy that the car got stolen from knew about this creepy dude.
Yeah,
and linking those two cases together that the cops couldn't even link together. It was weird because I'm like, first off, the original abduction said that there was multiple abductors.
Yeah.
This guy could have just been borrowing his other friend's abductor's car, and he's like, just report it stolen. If I get caught, then you won't have anything to do with it. How did he know that much about the guy?
Well, and also that's what they kind of. I don't know if they went back to it. I don't remember, but remember when she was kidnapped in that cabin or whatever.
Yeah.
She said she heard other voices come in.
Multiple
Well, yeah,
voices,
because he said
You
that
know
he
what I mean?
had his associates
Yeah,
stop by,
associates
and he
stopping
said,
by.
"Don't say anything because they're not as nice
Exactly.
as me."
So
Yeah, go ahead.
so one guy got this. One guy was the one doing this whole thing, but you're right. There was mention of other guys doing it.
And then the cops didn't even look
Ex-military.
into it.
Ex-military, like you know,
I
it's
just
like,
don't
I mean,
understand how they never found out why it was originally intended for the ex-girlfriend.
yeah,
They
I don't
didn't
know-
find out a lot of
yeah.
shit. They never found out who the other guys were that were involved. And I think that the dude that the car got stolen from was somehow involved. There's no way you know that much about, like,
Yeah,
the cops can't even put these cases together, but somehow you know about this Peeping Tom situation, and then you know how it's somehow linked to, it's right around the same time as the Gone Girl case.
yeah.
Meanwhile, they've been calling that a hoax. Why would you put that together? Anyway,
Yeah,
they
I know.
linked it together. They validated this chick. They went in front of the news and everyone that talked shit and basically was just like, you know,
Told you so.
told you so. Then sued Vallejo police and only got, in my opinion, they got a light bag. They got 2.5 million.
I know.
Yeah,
it's-
they
And I'm
should have
like-
got 10.
She was graped twice.
Yeah,
The second time could have been avoided because,
yeah, because
they
the
could
cell
have tracked
phone.
the cell phone
Yeah,
that
true,
they put
yeah.
on airplane
Yeah.
mode. The cops literally
Didn't do shit.
didn't do shit, and it caused her to be sexually assaulted. I think she should have got way more than that.
Well, and what's the thing too? So
I agree.
because she was said she was believes it's some kind of Did she say it was a white Mustang? She didn't know what color the car
Yeah,
was.
she said it was a
she said
Mustang.
Mustang.
She said it was a Mustang.
The sound of it,
So,
and
I
then
mean-
she saw the color when she finally.
And I guess you couldn't
Got out of
like.
it.
There's no way you could like. Let's look up stolen. That guy reported was his Mustang reported stolen, right? Why
Yeah.
you couldn't look up for stolen Mustangs, and then you could have like
When
been
was
out,
it reported
out
stolen?
looking
Well,
for it.
it
and
was
shit,
sick
yeah.
when they found the Mustang. They knew it was him because of the navigation system. And
Oh, had the addresses.
Yeah, the navigation
addresses
system
were
had all the
yeah,
addresses.
all the addresses.
He
Wow.
wanted to get caught. Part of him wanted to get. He wasn't that. He really was. He wasn't as.
Wasn't a mastermind like, by
No.
any means, and also
But no, I think he could have been. He went to Harvard. He was a Harvard
Yeah.
lawyer.
but like
Well, in a way, he kind of, in a way, the way he did it all, it kind of, you thought it was going to be like a mastermind thing because with the whole sedatives,
yeah,
the lights,
it was
the
I mean,
camera.
What about the couple of attempted grapes
Pretty
that he
detailed.
the one where he was like,
I can't do this.
I can't do this. She
Yeah.
like talked about being sexually assaulted,
Oh,
or like
yeah.
she was crying, like a couple people were crying, and then he was like, I can't do this, and just
Yeah.
He let
and
her
told
go.
her to get a dog because it would be better.
but it won't
And-
happen again.
And like,
So you get that kind of the same thing with him, like
He's
you get-
bipolar.
but you get this like
no,
Or was
I don't know. It's
that's
like,
weird.
is it like it? Does he have a heart, or in my opinion, is it more sinister than that? Is it like? Because Bree was like, "Oh, that was kind of like nice of him not to like do that," and I'm like, "Was it though, or was he just like?" She was like, "Oh, I've been graped before," and he's like, "Ew, I wanted to be the first." Is it more of like a power thing?
That's probably true.
You know what I mean? Is
Yeah,
it more
you know
sinister than that? Because if
That's
you're
true.
breaking into people's house and graping them, I don't think you're gonna just have a change of heart. I mean, like maybe he's just sick, but like I don't
he's
know.
definitely
It's
sick.
it's yeah, obviously sick, but it seems to me it's more of like a shit. I wanted to be the guy that
You know
fucking
what?
horrifically scarred
And-
you the rest of your life. You've already been scarred. I'll fucking tainted.
And that's true because even about like when because I was thinking like why the fuck would you like if you did this you got away with it you can keep doing your crimes then they're blaming this chick for her own.
Yeah.
Why do you have to come with it? No, what like I'm the one that did this. Right, so you're right. That is a power thing. I'm the one. Stop.
Yeah.
She didn't do it. She's not making it up. This is what happened. I'm the guy who I did everything she says. Like she said. Like you know what I mean.
Another
like, yeah.
thing, didn't he only get 40 years?
I don't even know.
I think they gave him 40 years. And I said to Brie, I'm like, why isn't he getting life? And she's like, well, he didn't kill anybody. I'm like, he fucking abducted a woman
Yeah.
and
And did it
sexually assaulted
and
her
multiple
twice.
times and attempted it before that.
and
It was-
attempted it
yeah,
and break it.
so.
He's like, why is
Robbery,
it? What makes you
burglary,
think that
rape.
that person is ever going to be a better person? 40 years?
No, I think your brain's fucked. That's what I'm saying. There's certain people just aren't gonna.
Well, he was going to be dead anyway because he was already middle aged anyway.
Yeah, but that
So-
not necessarily.
Nah.
He'd probably be like 85, 90 when he got out, but he'd
and even
still
that.
like.
Are you doing all 40? Like, well, I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
how's
not
that
doing
work?
all 40.
You ain't doing all 40. I mean, unless that's
Unless
like
that's
mandatory.
part of the
I don't know.
stipulation.
Well, I think they said no parole.
Is that okay? 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I
if
think
that's the
it was
case.
40
Good.
no parole, life in prison.
But even that, like, I feel like some dudes who like
No, they didn't do life.
like
It was
dudes who like caught up in like kind of like gang life and shit, like kind of doing, and who end up killing somebody in that regard and get life or get like I'm like I feel like they have a better shot of being rejuvenated than a fucking than
a guy that's going around
graper.
raping people. And like, dude, I don't know, man. I just think the sentencing was light.
Yeah.
He wasn't even convicted of a
It was
lot
a
of the
terrible-
breaking and
terrible
entering that
situation.
happened. The Vallejo police really shit the bed.
Yeah.
And then fucking
I wanted to call him. I wanted to call him.
me too.
I
I
wanted
wanted
to call
to
him and be like, hey, can I talk to this fucking Detective Mustard?
Yeah,
douche?
is Detective
Who's this
Mustard there?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, what is he doing?
He got Detective of the Year.
That's
Yeah,
I know.
Mustard.
After that,
Mustard.
He
Where's
got
ketchup
crazy.
at?
he got Detective.
Where's Detective Ketchup and mayonnaise?
He got Detective of the Year after that.
That is crazy.
It's insane.
I know.
Because that's all it
was
is. It's
bad.
that's a crooked fucking police, man.
It made me angry
Oh, yeah.
afterwards because I was like, these people are lying. It was a lot of misdirection.
Well, and that's because
They got you.
When
Netflix did a good.
I first
Good
heard
job.
it on, that's how like Mr. Ballin tells it too. He gives you the sub and he kind of says, "Here's what happened." And then he come back and he tells you the whole fucking real story. So when he's telling me this, I'm like, "This mom, 15 like really like 15 grand." I said, "No, dude, like you had her like kidnapped her. Like like
Yeah.
this is weird. Like you're like this is too theatrical. There's no way this is an actual like what was the purpose of this?" And all he asked for like 15 grand. Like that's kind of like
I thought shit. I think
know?
shit was amping up so much that the guy, because he started from peeping Tom, then it was a couple sexual assaults, then it was breaking and entering,
Yeah.
then it was breaking and entering and rape, and it's like
Grape.
then it was kidnapping and grape, and then it's like at some point maybe the guy just was like, dude, I'm gonna murder someone next. Like I'm going to kill someone.
I mean,
Do you know what I
it-
mean?
it-
Like
I mean,
this is only escalating further and further every time.
that's what happens. That's why that's what these.
He sent
You always
his
see that.
He actually did have some sort of feelings for the people that he was abducting because he researched them. He knew their names. It wasn't
Yeah.
like super random.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
like
that is
he like
true.
knew their names and
That's
stuff.
creepy that he did
And then
all
he
that.
like he also was upset that the reporters and people didn't believe her.
know.
So he was like kind of looking out for her.
But that was my thing, right? Was that the thing that he was actually kind of back to your point? Did he care that
About
like about
her?
her, or was it like, no, I want the notification? They got.
Yeah,
I want,
was it like
like,
serial killer shit? They
exactly.
wanted, why? Yeah, this isn't random. I've been
Yeah.
doing this since. Have you guys seen the movie All Good Things? Ryan Gosling.
No.
No.
It's based on a true story about this guy, rich ass dude. His family owned like half of Manhattan, and the events happened between 1970 and like 2004, 1971, 2004. Basically, his dad's super rich. His mom committed suicide in front of him, fucked him up. He was just a really fucked up sociopath, like crazy guy. Met this chick, married her, and then she basically goes missing.
All right. Well, I want to see it.
Yeah.
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 So,
Don't. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do all
So
that.
it's all
Just-
good
just-
things.
All good things.
True
It's
story.
really good.
Keep it-
We
yeah,
watched it. Me and Bree watched it 2 nights ago. It's based on a true story, and
Oh.
Bree brought it to my attention because the guy was recently in like 2021 back on trial for some of the crimes, and it just follows him throughout the whole thing. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Yeah,
It's called
well.
All Good Things. Anybody else have any recommendations?
I was about to.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Griselda.
Dude,
Just
I've
started
seen that
watching it.
popping
Just started
up. I
watching it,
I
bro.
wanna peep.
It's pretty sick. And Sophia Virgo, whatever her name is, like,
yeah.
like, and she's bad.
Is
Like,
it in Spanish? Do I have to read subtitles?
Nah, it's like Miami shit. So there is
Okay.
you are dealing with like Colombians. There's Spanish in
Yeah.
it, obviously. There are some subtitles, but it's fucking great. And
It's not like Narcos where it's like all.
no. It's definitely. I mean, there's parts that take place so far. I think we're a third episode in.
Gotcha.
But bro, like I'm telling you, like it's I wish I lived in the fucking the 80s.
Have you guys watched
Or I guess
Saltburn?
the 70s and shit. I wouldn't.
I haven't watched
I heard it's good.
Saltburn. What
I
is
heard
that
it's good.
about?
I
again?
watched it. It was good.
It
was good
it's
and
hard.
weird.
Is that the? Is that the?
I'm gonna tell you what it's about.
It's hard to describe. When
Basically,
I
in
read
a
it,
nutshell, it's about this. It's about this dude that becomes friends with this rich kid, and basically takes over the kid's lifestyle and like his whole family's inheritance and house. And that's all I'm going to tell you. But there's other things that happen like in
Yeah.
between. But I'm not going to tell you anything else.
Heard
But
it's
it
sick.
is some some really wild shit and then some gross stuff at the
Yeah,
same
I've heard it's
time.
wild. You remember putting ice and salt in your skin? That's what reminds me of. Remember you put
No,
put,
you fucking
you put
psychopath.
you put ice on you put salt on your skin,
Only on slugs.
and then you take ice and I
And
think
it
you put it on
burns
top,
you.
and like it burns you.
Every fucking
Well, yeah.
every scene kid.
You
After
ever heard the
watching
song
Fight Club.
"Salt in the Wound"?
Every fucking gay scene kid after watching Fight Club.
I was one of them.
What about the movie about the end of times? Was it? They just
With
came
like
out?
all Teslas like fucking.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I have not seen
What?
that. No.
What was it?
Fuck, what was it
Tesla?
called? It's on
End of
Netflix.
Time.
It's
I forget what it's called.
I got a good one.
Is it
I
End-
didn't.
End of the World? No.
Yeah, I mean, it had like the
Deep.
CGI deer and shit.
Yeah,
in
like,
it, and,
Julia Roberts is in it. Right?
yeah, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon.
Is Kevin
Ba-
Bacon in it?
Yeah, the
Bakes.
Baconator. He was in it. But it's really really good. It's
Do you guys know about Killdozer?
I don't.
Oh yeah, I remember. I
What's
saw
that?
it, but
So
that guy who.
you don't remember that 2004? This guy went vigilante on his town because they basically were screwing
Oh.
him and
Yeah.
tried to kick him out basically, and were just really they messed this dude up. And then this guy like took revenge and just built this bulldozer into a tank basically, and just bulldozed half the town down. Basically, it was insane.
I'd say.
So anyway, popular YouTuber Whistling Diesel recently purchased the exact same bulldozer that the dude had
yeah.
and went to the town where it happened at.
And drove
Oh,
around.
my God.
And
What a fucking dick.
no, listen. It wasn't. This is where it was good. He goes to the town and then he has the route of the exact locations that he bulldozed down, like how he just did it.
Mhm.
And he goes and interviews a couple people to see if they like want to talk about it or whatever. And he does it respectfully. Like he's like, if this is a sore topic or whatever, because they went into it thinking like, damn, like I feel like I'm like, you can't just go in this town and say Killdozer. He goes, when I say Killdozer when we're here, I feel crazy.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, it's almost like cursing at somebody.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like that. Like they were really cool about it because
Sorry, it's called Leave the World Behind. Ethan
Yeah,
Hawke.
yeah. Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
So apparently, this situation made this town a lot of money afterwards.
Also Kevin Bacon.
And like a lot of fame and shit. And so anyway, he tells him, "Hey, I'm gonna bring in the same dozer in the town. I'm just gonna drive through. But I wanted to know if it was okay to do that." He goes, "I'm not unloading it, and it's not like doesn't have armor on it or nothing like that. It's just the exact same bulldozer that he used." So they were like, "Yeah, but can you just let us like have a kind of heads up and just let some people know so they're not thinking
Freaking
that it's
out, yeah.
that's happening again?" And I'm like, "Damn, this is wild." So Whistling Diesel pulls up the dozer on the trailer, leaves it on the trailer, doesn't
Yeah.
take it off. He doesn't need to because it's insane, and just parks it right in front of probably the most famous building, I guess, whatever that he demolished.
Yeah, the most iconic one.
Most iconic one, and took all these pictures, and all these people are freaking out. As they're outside doing this guy, this author that worked for the news team of that town, wrote a book about it, and it was called Killdozer. He ends up walking up on Whistling Diesel, and it was like, "Hey, I'm the author, blah, blah, blah," gives him a copy of the book, asked to do like a big private interview and shit, and
That's sick.
it was wild. It was
Yeah.
like it was the coolest video I ever watched of his ever, but it was on
Yeah.
Killdozer, and it made me think of you guys because I know you were like, "Damn, hell yeah, vigilante."
There's a lot of cult shit out right now.
Yeah.
A lot of cult shit out.
and it's like a cult following.
But I'll tell you what, if you want to watch, like, I don't know if reality shows, I don't really get into them. Like, I mean, like, I not, like, purposely, like Lauren starts watching
Yeah.
and shit.
Mhm.
But I think if you want to have some time, I think it's on Netflix. Maybe I could be wrong because Lauren started watching Southern Charm. You heard of this
Oh,
show?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
okay.
I've heard of it.
Is it good?
Yeah, bro. Hooked.
Really?
Hooked. Yeah.
Southern
I
Charm.
think she's all caught. I think we're all caught up on, like, I haven't watched, like, from the first season shit. I kind of came in. I don't know when she started watching, like, what seasons or whatever. But I kind of, cause I'd be fucking.
You're just like on the steps and then you're
Yeah.
listening and
Just
then
like,
you're
yeah,
like,
not-
you
yeah,
know,
just-
out behind the
Yeah.
TV where
What
she
Craig
can't see.
say? What did Craig say? Oh, Craig's funny as shit. Fucking, that's what he's one of my favorite characters on there. But yeah, it's like
You're a big
Shep,
cool-
this
you're-
dude Shep. He's fucking funny as shit.
You're a big Queer Eye guy, right?
Yeah, well, it fell off.
Did it?
Literally the first episode of Queer Eye that was on Netflix, we have the new one, was fucking. Like, I feel like it can't be topped. Literally after that, like nothing Everyone after that just has not been.
So I
as
should
great
just
for me.
watch the first one and never watch it again.
No, you gotta. No, you should watch the first one and then like keep going, and then realize how fucking much like, and then like they all of a sudden like they got. It sounds crazy, but they got super, like woke
Wow.
to me towards
Too
the end,
like gay woke.
too much.
Too
Like, I
woke.
mean, like
Too
you know,
much.
like and like I said, not. Yeah, I hate saying too much, whatever, but like it just there was too much like agenda.
It
pushing
wasn't
towards the end.
representative.
So, yeah, I
of-
did say it again.
I hate saying too much, but too much.
but yeah, I tell you, the first
Who would have
episode,
thought the gays would be too much?
the first episode, no, because and that's the thing, like, dude, and that's what's crazy because dude, Jonathan was on there first, like he was just super flamboyant, like he was wearing like a dress and shit. And I hate being that fucking guy who was like, fucking, but like he's one of my favorite fucking dudes like ever. Like
Yeah.
he's fucking he's just they're all just themselves, but he's like beyond like that's just who he is and shit. And like I don't give a fuck. That dude wear whatever the fuck he wants. He can put all the makeup
Yeah.
on. I don't give a fuck. He's so fucking.
That's
dope.
how I feel about
Yeah.
Jeffree Star.
Yeah, Jeffree Star's cool, but
He's
like
so dope.
but yeah, but this dude Jonathan, like at first, like because he's very like high flamboyant, just like too. I was like, Lauren, what? I can't do this show. It's just too much. And then, but I was like, nah, this show's fucking great. But just like, yeah, I think a new season's coming up, but that first episode is so fucking awesome. So I encourage
Fuck yeah.
Hell
to
yeah.
go watch.
I've been
that.
watching Love on a Spectrum, and I know I'm.
I never
late on
seen it.
No,
I
I
never
know
heard
I'm
seen it.
late
Never
on
there's
it.
seen
new
I've
episodes
never
now.
seen it.
Dude, it's
There's new
so
episodes now.
good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I
right?
want to watch it. It's, I
It
saw that.
melts your heart, man. I mean,
It really does.
and really, not only.
And you're
not
like, Coon's like, I could be here. I could be on this.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say
Dude, there are some hotties on there, though.
that. Yeah, I was like, dude, what's going on?
And all you gotta
There's-
do is give him like a
there's
couple
some-
Pokemon cards, and you're in.
You're in there.
You don't even gotta give him flowers.
Yeah,
You give him-
there's-
And you
You know
got
what
Pokemon cards
What
already.
do you give them? What do you give them? Like what do you give them? Like marbles or something? What do they? What do
Trains,
they
magnets,
play with?
bunch of
What do they
magnets.
play with?
You're talking. He has more than I do.
Pokemon? I know.
Oh, I thought you meant like
associate-
autistic
but you
people.
No, you.
I should have
associate
acoustics coming
the
out of my
cards.
ears.
Dude. It was no.
Yeah, but then again, you get Matchbox cards for Christmas, so you pretty much are on that show already.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
No, but that show is good. The show Michael.
oh yeah,
Michael's
yeah, it's-
legit.
Oh,
Michael's
I gotta
like-
watch it. I gotta peep it.
You've never seen
I've never
it?
seen it.
Dude,
Oh
it's
my
so
God,
good,
dude.
It's so good.
It's so. How have you not seen it?
I just-
Oh
I
my-
feel-
No,
I-
this is
I
like
get,
a
I feel awkward.
No, this
around
This
it.
is Zach's alley.
This is a
dude.
queer eye
this,
thing.
This is Zach's.
This is a
Zach
queer eye
would love
thing for
every
me. You
minute
have
of
to
it.
watch it. It's
I
so
almost wanna-
fucking
Do you ever
good.
tear? Do you
Oh yeah,
cry?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
I tear up
honestly,
all the
I
time.
Man,
tear
that's my
up,
shit.
and it's not even just on them; it's the families.
Well, it's the
Because
families,
like,
and then it's also like you see when they do get a connection with another
Yeah.
acoustic person, and you're just like, it's the love is so pure.
Oh, I
It is.
guarantee.
It's
I
so
bet you.
pure.
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
so pure. It's really
which is
it's
weird
so
because they're
nice.
like it's like Shane said, they're like cats. So like
Yeah.
when they get it's you know what I
Nah,
mean?
some of these ones are like dogs.
down
Some of these ones
like
are
Down
like
syndrome.
All right.
Easy for them to fall in love.
yeah, no, I
that's
feel it, I feel
different.
you.
But this show shows you examples of people who have it extreme, and then
yeah.
people who don't have it as extreme.
Most of these people are functioning.
yeah.
They're
Most of
functioning.
them
but there's
are.
also some Downs people on there.
I like Dan.
There's a couple
Daniel.
of Downsies on there.
The
There's
guy at the
Downs
hotel.
are represented.
The
But they
hotel
have the
guy.
new one, Down for Love. They have the new one with just Down syndrome people called Down for Love.
Nah.
I swear to God, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, have you heard about? There's also
So there's Love on the Spectrum, and then there's Down for
Dude,
Love.
Here's what's crazy in this day and age of like I guess wokeness, whatever you want to call it. They have shows like this. Name this. There's also a show about midget fighting. Have you seen this? Called Micro Brawlers.
Oh, they're dude, Micro Ball. Have you seen the Micro
I've never
Brawlers
seen it,
promo?
but
Did
wanna
I
see,
send
like-
you guys that?
No,
You
no.
send it to me.
I sent it to you.
But I'm like-
and it's all the Micro Brawlers, and they have like all they have
Intros?
like little names and like little costumes.
But I
like,
want to see it. I'm like, this guy
I'm
works
Mini
with stuff.
Doctor Micro Brawler.
I'm Mini Elvis.
I'm Mini Elvis.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
Micro Frankenstein.
I'm Tiny Psycho.
In this day and age,
Like,
it's
yeah,
a
it's
fact
insane.
you can have that and like people aren't like
It's
in the-
fucking
rioting in the
insane, dude.
streets. It's crazy.
It's insane.
And the fact that there's so many of them that we can have little wrestling leagues.
I know.
Like the amount of them. I saw one at the store the other
You know what's
day.
crazy? That's I feel like I don't really see them anymore.
Dude, I saw one at the
I think they
store the
moved
other
out.
day, and they were walking.
I haven't seen one in a while.
They were walking, and me and Bree were walking this way, and I was like trying to avoid so we just walked normal pace, and their little feet are just like.
I tell you what,
And they did the shuffle, and it was like the little shuffle.
I tell you what, if I bought like an extra large pair of pants and stuffed them, People might think I'm a micro brawler.
Yeah, micro brawler.
If I just had like stuff in my legs, like in the butt and the legs, and had like fat like butt and
Dude,
legs, you'd think I'm a micro brawler.
Dude, they just.
But yeah, down. I haven't seen Down for Love yet, or Downs for Love, or Down
I haven't
for Love.
even. I haven't seen
But
it
Love
yet
on the
either.
Spectrum is a quality show.
It is
I'm a
so
peep it.
good.
It's
I'm a peep it.
really, really good.
So I like to watch like
And-
videos make me. I drink a lot of whiskey at like 9 o'clock at night, and I watch like YouTube videos like that make me cry.
Dude, I'm so emotional, and I feel
Yeah,
like
that's what I do lately.
Bree with shows is like not emotional. Sometimes it'll get her, but like I'll be watching Grey's Anatomy. There's an episode of Grey's Anatomy the other day,
I never.
and I
finished
was
it.
like welling up like 4 times throughout the episodes, and I was like,
Your lip
I was
quivering.
like fucking wiping my eye, and she like looks up. I'm like, there's just something in my eye, and I'm just. Yeah, I was like, you're not tearing up a little bit? She's like, at what part? I thought this episode was funny, and I was like,
what is wrong?
what do you
with
mean? When the teacher was dying and all the children came in to visit her,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the acting was so good. Because there's bad acting on that show,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
there's also like they have like guest actresses that are like
Actual like
that are
yeah,
actually
yeah.
good
Mhm.
actors and actresses from like real shows that like wanted to guest star on there.
I just can't stand the Asian
So-
girl in there.
Yeah,
It's just hard to watch. But yeah, I think it's time to wrap up.
yeah. It's time to wrap. Oliver, you want to come tell the guys about your report card? All right, come sit on my lap real quick.
How
What'd you-
bad it
what'd you
was.
get?
Or do you want to sit on the mic? Do you want to get on the mic?
This one? It's not on. No, the red one's mine. Did you say the red one? Yeah, no. Nope. Something about me, buddy.
All right, we're about to wrap.
I don't give kids anything.
Since you went into pod with us, you can jump on for a minute.
All right, I gotta get a haircut, so. Oh,
All right, say something. See if they can hear you.
yep. You're good. Locked in. Yeah. Jeez.
Darth Vader.
All right, so report card. Talking to Mike. Oh, it's not. It's not on now.
It was.
Talk again, Ollie. There you go.
There you go.
You're good.
Well, my report card said that I don't know a steady beat yet. I don't understand the steady beat. Steady beat's just like this.
So his
Yeah,
one,
it's a steady beat. Your report card said on there that you don't understand steady beats, because that was a steady beat to me.
yeah, they said it doesn't fully conceptualize keeping a steady beat.
That was a steady beat.
Keep a steady beat.
Perfect. That's dead
Good
on.
job. We've been
That's dead on.
practicing.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So he's like, so I'm reading it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's his mother. Like, needs more direction in class. And I'm like, yeah, that's her. And then I get to the can't stay on beat. And I'm like,
That might be
God.
me. That's
damn it, I think I got to take this one. I think his white side is the one
Yeah.
that can't stay on beat.
Yeah, yep.
I think I got to call this one. Why do you sound like, we need to get you fixed up. You sound like the dude from Hey Arnold. What's the dude
Yeah,
with
well,
the
it's-
nose? That Harold.
Stinky?
Chicken wing, hot talking baloney, chicken macaroni, chillin' with my homies.
Chilling with your homies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on. Also, what's another big thing that happened in your life recently? What happened last night?
Well,
You lost something?
about $2.
No, we're not talking about your punishment. You lost reading books. What did you lose? Out of your mouth.
A tooth.
You lost
Yeah.
a tooth.
Yeah. Tooth Fairy.
Did Tooth Fairy come?
Yeah, and the tooth fairy is out of my so to hold the coins, the tooth fairy used my brother's sock.
The Tooth Fairy was out of bags, so the Tooth Fairy used your brother's sock for the coins.
Very
That's-
innovative.
Yeah, it was very innovative of the Tooth
Yeah.
Fairy to do so. But yeah, so that's the big stuff happening in your life, right? So school's been good, kindergarten's good, you're doing great.
Yeah.
You're really good at math these days.
Yeah.
You're doing fractions now.
I don't blame you.
We're doing subtraction and adding at the same time.
Oh, nice. Like equation.
Oh.
But at home we do fractions. We've been working on fractions and multiplication, right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. You just said subtraction and adding at the same time, and in my brain, I feel like I can't.
Teenage Mutant
Like it didn't make sense to me. I feel like I couldn't do that. I know.
No, he's pretty advanced in the math.
Wait till they start putting like weird letters in there. You'll give up at that point.
We Donald, we Donatello, does machine. Raphael, Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here's the hashtag Turtle Power.
I think that's a
Man, good
perfect
job.
ender.
All right.
To the bar.
All right, next time.
Slippery Stallions out. Say bye, buddy.
Bye bye.
See you later.
Wait, I have a surprise to show you.
Okay.
And you're finished.